Okay, guys, today we're going to do Friday's recap on today's trades. So we're watching NAVB and AVB for a gap and go setup pre-market. As you can see here, we'll jump into the 5-minute chart. Okay, so it made a move from 125 up to, it was riding the VWAP all the way up to about high of 339. Here it pulled back, and we were watching here for a potential bull flag break here from 310, possibly back up to 340. And that's pretty much what happened. We had a pretty nice break. This high was 312, so this would have been the entry at this level here, and for a move higher. As you can see here, the break was a 40-cent break. So we'll jump into the 1-minute chart and we'll take a look at the actual trade that I took. This is the 1-minute chart. You can see it in more detail. You can see 1 minute NAVB. Okay, so here we had this stock go up to 339. It pulled back down to 307. So the entry would have been 311. Okay, so I jumped in as soon as I seen that. It opened up at 312, so that was a pretty good entry. Opened up that, I believe it dropped down to 286. No, as soon as the market opened, it opened at 312, 311, and I jumped in. I seen that volume. I jumped in. I sold up here around 320, around this level, and then I was quick to get out. If it failed, and then on this candle, I was watching this for a potential red to green. I was kind of hesitating because of this. It was a lot of selling here on this candle, so I was like, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. But yesterday we had one that worked, so I was like, man, I have a feeling that this is gonna work. But I hesitated. I did not take the trade. Would have been a nice trade. Get in at 302, the high of this candle. On this one, once it breaks 302, you jump in. So this candle moved all the way up to 350, so about a 50-cent break on it. Very, very nice, and it was pretty clean too. It wasn't a lot of chop. I hesitated on it, and that's okay. It's Friday, end of the week. Didn't want to be too aggressive, and so that was it on NAVB. The next stock we traded was DRAD. So this was one of the stocks that was gapping up. As you can see here, it was trading around $2, moved up to 347. It pulled back, it broke VWAP to the downside. It bounced back up, broke VWAP, and then we're watching. Or I was like, okay, well I wonder if we'll get a bull flag and then a tap of this level here, 316. I wasn't too sure because this was a pretty big drop, 50-cent drop from 347 down to $3. So I was like, it's showing some weakness there. And then here it broke VWAP, and here it broke the VWAP, but it didn't hold the level. It came back down. It's a doji, and then of course a big red candle here. So I wasn't too convinced on it. So it ended up working very nice on a red to green. 281, just like that other stock we just looked at, NAVB, red to green, a break of 281 for a move higher. So it broke 281. It hit a high of 315. So double topped up here. So that was nice. I did not take that trade though, but I was just kind of watching it. But so here we'll jump into the actual trade that I did take. As you can see here, it jumped up to 347, pulled back, 316, pulled back, broke VWAP, and I was like, okay, well this thing right here is, I was watching it through all this, but I wasn't sure about it, and I was kind of waiting for a flush, a break of 250. I was waiting for a flush, a break of this, and then for a potential entry on the move back up. That was one type of trade. The other trade would have been a tap of 50, which is showing that it's support. This right here is your support, 250. A tap of that 250 level for a bounce back up, potentially back up to VWAP. VWAP would have been 280. This orange dotted line, so nice 30-cent move from that entry there. I jumped in around 250, 253 and sold up at 260. So it once I saw resistance up here at 260, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna get out of this because it's not breaking, and that was a good move because it didn't hold the level. Hit a high of 265, and then here it just failed. So that was a very quick trade from 252 to 260. Today it was pretty interesting. I was kind of curious to see how it was going to trade with it going into the long weekend. Memorial Day is on Monday. The action was okay. It wasn't all there, but we had little opportunities to take little trades. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. Any questions over my trading, or if you have any questions over stocks in general, just let me know. Thank you.